All right, people, it's time for us to start going within and start thinking on our own. I have watched and seen so many people talk about the Facebook and the social media blackout yesterday and how, oh, we're preparing for, the gloom and the doom, and yeah, there's going to be more blackouts, what the fuck ever. Okay, listen. Did you also forget about Frances Haugen, who was a whistleblower the night before with the 60-minute interview on Facebook and the hate crimes? You guys, do your research before you start, attaching things to situations that don't even connect, that don't have anything to do with future blackouts. They don't have to practice a blackout. If they want to roll a blackout, they can just make it blackout. They don't have to do a tester. I wasn't shocked that people capitalized off of this, because the people that capitalized off of this computer hack, which is what it was, I tapped into it. This was a computer hack, you guys, on a large scale. Someone professionally hacked into the system to cover up what is being done on social media, aka Facebook. This is crazy because 4 days ago, I intuitively deleted my Facebook account temporarily. I just deactivated it. Let's just say that, not delete, but I deactivated it just because I've been feeling a certain vibe about Facebook that has been making me feel unsettled and uneasy, especially when they came out with the fact checks. And I don't know why I felt this way with Instagram too. When they started coming out with this fact checks, it just started to just make me feel how much more they are watching what we post, what we say, and how they have put the algorithms in place, not for you, but for them. And the more time that we spend scrolling, the more money that they make. So I have found myself not really being on, platforms like Facebook and Instagram as much as I have in time past. One, I don't have the time, so it kind of just coincides with my lifestyle. But we're all making this little wrap. I don't like the little dangles that come down. Thought I had it tight enough. Sorry, y'all. We have to rise above this, you guys. We have to stay in our highest vibrations and not think that every time something happens that we gotta, attribute it to some type of conspiracy theory. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I do believe that there will be eventually a blackout, but I don't think it's going to be when we're waiting for it. It's going to happen just like the lockdown when we least suspect it. We've been looking for a blackout. You think they're going to give it to us when we're looking for it? Hell no. That's the first part of my video. I have some more parts. I want to kind of segue into we're shifting timelines. We're no longer in the 3D. We're 5D and above right now. Mother Earth, Gaia, Terra, whatever you want to contribute to her as, is in 5D. So we can no longer move like the masses, think like the masses. We have to separate ourselves and we have to play our parts. We have to have our complete sovereignty at all times. Just because someone is of the conscious community and they're saying, oh, the blackout's going to come. I told you this time was going to come, blah, 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 blah. No shit, Sherlock. I mean, even Stevie Wonder's seen this coming, okay? You're not predicting anything no more than what Nostradamus has already predicted. Nostradamus is the one that first predicted about the blackouts, the COVID, all of this. And everybody was saying that, he was wrong. No, he was right. Edgar Cayce even spoke about this. Dolores Cannon, which is one of my master teachers from the other side, has already spoken about this. So, if you're regurgitating old information, tell us something new. Okay, and then take credit for that. So the other portion of what I wanted to talk about is that there are many people that come to me that have been hexed or had like a spell put on them, and they want to have it removed. Next week, not this coming Sunday, but the 17th, I am going to do a video on how you can chew a herb. And as you chew this herb, I will give you instructions on what you would need to do next in order to remove a spell and send it back to the person that sent it to you. This is a karma-free spell, and it's not black magic or dark magic. You are entitled, if someone, do no harm unless it's done unto you. All right, those are the rules. Every practitioner knows that. When someone comes at you and they fight you and they incite you to a war, if you punch back or hit back, that is your right. Okay? Some may not agree, and this video is not for you. This video is only for people that want to stand under sovereignty and that are tired of having karmics put spells on their divine masculine. I have never really seen a karmic put a spell on a divine feminine, but I'm sure if she's not in her power, it is possible. And that is the reason why I always practice divinity in my school. Standing in your power, trusting your own power, trusting your own inner guidance positioning system, or God positioning system, however you want to relate to your inner GPS, which is your intuition. I am going to be doing that video only for my students, because there are some rituals that I don't think that people should do unless they're in their power, unless you are learning to become an alchemist or an occultist. So that's the reason why you will see some spells I have that are public, and then those are the easy ones. All the easy spells I'll put on here, but the more complicated, the more you reach that level of ascension and enlightenment, I believe those should be the more advanced ones. Those should be available for my students, because they pay to attend the school, and they pay to get the extra spells that work step by step by step. And the whole purpose of the school is so we can step into our powers. The whole world is under high occult magic, and if you don't know magic, you will be lost. People that, we have been misled into thinking that our magic, hoodoo, juju, however you want to refer to it, is bad. And they take it, the powers that be took it away from us, and they used it on us. And unless you use magic alchemy, you're going to be a lost soul. I'm telling you, you will not survive this. So it's time for you guys to step into your power, your divinity, and use what God gave you. Where do you think that phrase came from? That came from your great-great-great-grandmother, who used what God gave her. They were alchemists. They were called doctors, and they didn't have degrees because they didn't need education and secular education to give them their credentials. They were born with it. It was in their DNA. It was already DNA encoded. It was passed down generation after generation. High priestesses were passed down generation after the knowledge, and they didn't get it from books. They got it from their deities. They got it from their ancestors. And they passed it down from generation to generation verbally. Okay? It was verbally communicated. And then there were some that used books, and they passed those books down generation after generation as well. You have a wealth of information and knowledge that is waiting for you to just tap into it, to step out of your own way. Get out of your own way. Okay? Stop fearing what's going on in the world, the gloom, the darkness, all of that. There is not going to be an end of the world. There's going to be a beginning. But before we can have a beginning, things have to end, but it's not going to be the way that we thought. Okay? It's not going to be the way that we perceived it. It's going to happen in divine order. It's going to happen in a divine way. And it's always going to be darkest before the dawn. I'm not here for this. I'm not here for that, oh yeah, you seen a black, oh. Stop. I meditated on it. I almost got on that bandwagon. And something was like, Tyann, you're too highly advanced for this one. You're not going to get on this bandwagon with everyone else thinking that they were, just doing a test run of a blackout. They don't need to do no fucking test run on no blackout. If they want to make this motherfucker go down for 10 days, 14 days, they can do it, and they don't need no test. Okay? Oh, well, let's see how the people are going to react, if we just do this momentarily. No. If they want to see how you're going to react, they're going to do it for days. Then they're really going to get a rise out of you. Not just for hours. That's why you're supposed to research. Those that just thought it was just a blackout didn't know that there was a whistleblower the night before. It had to go down. They had to shut the systems down. They had to hide. They had to cover it's called CYA. They had to cover their asses. Cover your ass is what they did. Because they knew there was some information out there that they did not want to get leaked. And so they shut it down until they found everything that could not go up against them in court. That's the real truth. That's what I channeled. I channeled that message. So stop believing. Listen, there's something that my angels told me. When you see a crowd and you see the majority doing something, do the opposite. And that's my message. All right, love you guys. Follow me on my SOG channel. You guys, the School of the Gifted. I will drop the link in the description box. For some reason, my channel is not where it comes up. It's hiding, and I don't know why. But I am going to drop the link below. If you're interested in joining the school, please contact me at drtyann7@gmail.com. I will drop the link here. Thank you so much. Namaste.